All over Nashville, students are bringing more than just backpacks and school supplies into classrooms. How does our community address the whole student? Now more than ever, educators are being asked to do more than teach, and the bonds between parents, teachers, and administrators must grow stronger. So, how do we start?
We realize now we're not just here for academics anymore. We realize we do have to cater to the whole child because so many students are coming in with families that are going through divorces. Some students are dealing with the issue of homelessness. Some are dealing with abuse at home. There are just so many different factors.
The families felt excited about the teachers in their school. The relationship, the partnership with parents and teachers would be outstanding. Students would realize that parents and teachers are all out for their good.
I wanted my teachers really to understand, get a feel for our students, just see what it is that they go through because we take things for granted sometimes, even myself.
We were told that we were going to an in-service about poverty, and I foolishly expected it to be, oh, here's another boring lecture. When we got there, it was anything but. We were to become a person who was in the throes of poverty.
We had all of these documents, these photo IDs and social security cards and all types of things, and it gave you instructions as to who your family is. And so we all then took on a character and had to be in character for the remainder of the simulation.
I need $3 for school. For supplies. I can wait. I can give it to him next week.
Tell me a little bit about your family.
My dad is a migrant worker.
Why you're not in school?
Full time. I have to help pay the bills as well.
It was to put us in a perspective of what some of our students would face and what they go through on a day-to-day basis, whether it was financial issues, whether it was issues with being able to take care of other people in the home, if it was issues with being able to take care of their children, job issues, transportation issues, medical issues, any of those needs that our students typically face that we may not be aware of.
Some of you have not paid your mortgage and utilities yet. We are now late.
But we're behind on our bills this month. We've got to pay the other half of that mortgage, which is $315. But if we do that, then we're not going to have any money at all. This is rough, y'all.
I honestly considered stealing at one point. I thought, when everybody jumps up, I'm going to go grab some bus passes. All right.
Pass? Can I sell this? We didn't have enough microwaves for today. I'm sorry, ma'am. Okay?
I'm in jail. They found drugs in my room. I don't know how long I'm going to be here.
It gave me a deeper understanding of what these kids really go through and some of the experiences that I've never had to go through even as a child or as a parent.
Well, I gotta have $2.
It's a free spaghetti dinner at school. Please.
So I got to be first in line at the pawn shop to get my transportation because if I'm late to work,
So what happened? Why are these chairs turned upside down?
This family, they did not pay their monthly mortgage. They lost their homes.
Many times when I was struggling with some issue, I would see the face of a kid in my room.
It makes you look at things a lot differently. You felt less than human.
They're not paying the bills. So what they gonna do now?
I know, I think she's gonna get some money from Daddy.
Daddy was just at the bank. Did they give him any
Oh,
money?
it was closed.
They don't have any money to help us.
No.
How much is that gas?
The whole thing is $275.
What do we have?
$72.
I think that every Metro school teacher should go through it, every single one.
It raises awareness. It's fun, I'll have to say, but it's very frustrating when you want to succeed in something and every rule is stacked against you.
We get caught up in our own family and our own little circles, but if we all went through this and really delved into it, they'll see that these students are hurting. Or they want somebody to talk to. And you don't have to be their friend, but listen.
We need to just think more deeply about how we're interacting with kids on a daily basis. We thought the privilege line would be a great starting point for all of us going into this new school year.
I'm going to be reading
a list of statements. You will respond to the statements honestly by either taking a step forward or backward depending on my instruction.
There were things about struggles that you had faced. Were there two parents in your home? The kind of supports you had growing up.
If you were ever called names because of your race, religion, class, ethnicity, gender, disability, or sexual orientation, please take one step back. If there were more than 50 books in your household when you grew up, please take one step forward.
The more you moved forward or backwards, the more stretched out your arms went until you finally maybe had to let go of some hands.
You start to place that in the students that you teach, and you think, well, you kind of put your students on that line. You're like, how many of them have this many books at home? And how many of them have this many people helping them with those things at home? And it's eye-opening.
People got very emotional.
Privilege and opportunity for me go hand in hand. And I think that when you don't recognize your privilege, you don't recognize those things as opportunities that you've had. And so you start to think, how can I provide those opportunities in a place where my students may not have that privilege?
This training was one of the best trainings I've ever had. It taught me quite a bit about how to look at my students, how to look at my colleagues. It was an excellent training.
I want to make sure our students have everything they need to just move to the next level. I want them to be successful. So when we were doing that line, this is my why. I want your experience to be better than mine, and what else can I do to help you have a better life, have the quality of life that you want to have.
If you've got that relationship with the student, they'll go to the ends of the earth for you. I tell my students all the time, I'm a human being first. Teaching is my profession. So if you respect me as a human being and I respect you as a human being, then there's nothing that we can't do. I think that if more people took on that aspect instead of the I'm the teacher, you do as I say type of thing, and really get to know the children as individuals and as people, that would make things a lot better.
I think that the equity training really prompts teachers to look at the whole student and the whole child. I think that you're inclined to think you're my student and this is you as a student, but I think we also need to think, what's your life like outside of my classroom?
If every teacher went through this training, Metro would be a different school system. The teachers that went through it, they just talking to the students. I mean, it seems like they're taking more time out just to get to know the students instead of like, this student's acting up. Let me just put them out my room, blah, 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 send them to the office. Now they're like, what's going on?
So many kids, they just want to be loved and they want to know that somebody cares about them. So we have to slow down. Let's be in the moment, be present with these kids in order to help them want to learn and motivate them to do more than what even they think they can do.
Culture, family, circumstance. All of these are woven together in the hearts and minds of every student our teachers educate. The more we understand these bonds, the better we can serve the students that will shape the community of tomorrow. Educators, families, and students have the power together to create a more thoughtful and compassionate community, one life at a time. Join us in making this a reality.